Hi everyone, I'm Anshita.
And my name is Sammy.
Welcome to our community service in the COVID-19 pandemic assembly.
To start us all off, we have Peter and Alita giving us a quick presentation about COVID-19 as it relates to gender and race. Take it away, guys.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, already present injustices have worsened. Disadvantaged races, genders, and people have been struggling far more than is visible to the naked eye.
It is extremely important that we are all aware of the injustices that occur within our community and our country, so we can all work together to combat them in whatever ways we can.
First, we'll go over a small overview of statistics in relation to the current pandemic. As of March 10th, 2021, there have been 118 million confirmed cases of people with COVID-19, 29.9 million of which have been in the United States. Vaccines are currently being administered and cases are generally declining.
This is a graph of coronavirus cases since March of 2020 until the present day. While COVID-19 cases are on the decline due to vaccinations, it is extremely important that we remember that this is a decline from numbers unimaginable just months ago, so we all still have to keep our guard up.
In Alameda County, there have been 81,573 total cases, and of which 1,301 have resulted in deaths. Hispanic and Latinx communities have been hit especially hard by the pandemic, as well as the African American community.
During coronavirus, conditions for women have been on the decline. This is due to the combination of a spike in domestic violence against women and a decreased access to women's sexual health. On top of that, women's economic conditions have also been declining. For every 100 men in poverty, it is estimated there will be 118 women by the end of 2021. It is also estimated that 11 million girls will be forced to leave school due to the coronavirus.
80% of domestic workers are women, and 72% of domestic workers have lost their jobs due to the pandemic. For years, the gender poverty gap has slowly been improving, but COVID is projected to reverse this hard work.
Women make up the majority of many jobs that are essential during coronavirus, such as nurses, frontline workers, and caregivers. While these jobs are imperative to the functioning of society during COVID, they are also at increased risk of exposure to coronavirus. COVID-19 has also adversely affected people of color. Due to long-standing social and health inequalities, people of color have been put at higher risk of COVID-19 exposure. In California during COVID-19, Latinx people have suffered COVID at nearly 3 times the rate of white people, while only making up a 2% larger portion of the population. People's false and racist belief that Asian Americans were responsible for the spread of COVID-19 to the US, anti-Asian hate crimes rose 150% in 2020. Black people have also suffered adversely due to COVID. This is partly due to the fact that they receive worse treatment in the healthcare system overall. These extreme inequalities have also transferred over to COVID-related healthcare. While Black people only make up 13% of the population, they have suffered 23% of the COVID-19 related deaths. They are also more likely to be working as healthcare assistants and frontline workers, which are both jobs that are at high risk of COVID exposure.
Thank you, Peter and Alita, for those sobering facts and educating us.
And next we'll be going over how we as students can help our community in light of COVID-19. So to start us off, we have City Team to talk to us about homelessness in the Bay Area and the community service they've been doing.
Hi everyone, my name is Cameron,
And I'm Madison.
and we're both co-presidents of City Team.
City Team is an organization located in Oakland and San Francisco that helps people experiencing homelessness, hunger, addiction, or poverty.
During the pandemic, the amount of people who are in need has skyrocketed, and they need your help now more than ever.
Whether you're a part of our club or not, there are many different ways you can help. City Team's website offers easy ways to donate online, find volunteer opportunities, or host a drive.
You can find the City Team website by going to cityteam.org. If you click on the Get Involved column at the top of the screen, you can find different volunteer opportunities in different cities and see how to host a drive or start a fundraiser. If you click on the Ways to Give column, you can donate online and find other ways to give as well.
City Team has hundreds of thousands of people who felt like they were out of options. Through love and compassion, they were able to get their lives back.
One of these amazing people is someone named Danny, who we met while volunteering. He shared his story with us, and it was so inspiring that we wanted him to share it with you too. Hi, Danny. Welcome to our meeting. Can you tell us your story and how you got involved with City Team?
Okay, so A little bit of my story. My big thing was alcohol. I have a long line of it in my family. Almost every male in my family's passed away from either alcoholism or has dealt with some kind of drug addiction. Mine got to the point where drank away $25,000 in the bar in a 6-month period. I didn't really know a whole lot about alcoholism when I was going through it. I kind of thought it's not that big of a deal. It's not a hardcore drug. But slowly over time, I noticed I started drinking on the job. I started calling out from work to drink. And it just kind of became a downhill spiral. My life got really dark. I tried to end my life. At that time, one of my really good friends made a phone call to the director of city team. And I loved the guy. He was very persistent he told me he'd be at my house every Sunday until I decided to come up here, and he was there every single Sunday. And I got tired of him showing up, so I decided to come out here.
Homelessness is so common in California and especially the Bay Area. And why do you think it's so common here? And what can kids like us do to help?
Some of it has to do with addiction or alcoholism, but I think some people just had really bad luck. I was talking to one gentleman actually the other day. He was outside and he just asked, "Hey, I had a job and COVID had him lay off. He lost his house. He was living in his car." Also, the pandemic has a lot to do with some more homelessness happening in the area because things are shutting down. When you guys come out to volunteer, younger generation, I think it's amazing. When I was in high school, getting involved with the community was probably the last thing on my mind. And I've seen a whole lot more happening with high school kids coming out and wanting to get involved because you kind of see a different perspective of what's going on in the world. It's easy to overlook what's going on. I'm always big on when you guys come out, I like to go to the park and pick up that area. It used to be a disaster. And I slowly started to notice, like, the more we kind of kept it up, families started coming out. And especially in times like this, families spend a lot of time together. So I like to see families be connected, and it's nice to kind of see the outcome. And in the groups I've taken out, even the businesses around the area start saying thank you to people, and they love what City Team's doing. But the thing is City Team can't fully help the community without volunteers. I don't like to look down upon anybody because of the situation that they happen to be in. And when we have volunteers, especially the younger generation, start coming, I think that it could be something beautiful where you guys, when you guys start families and have children, can instill into them that get involved, come out and help some people that are a little less fortunate. Thank you guys for always coming out and volunteering, and I hope that we see you guys soon because I look forward to seeing you guys.
Participating in community service is super important right now because lots of people are in need due to the pandemic. So far, our club has participated in 2 community service events. We first went to a women's shelter in Oakland and cleaned the streets as well as sorted their donations. Shortly after, we went to the City Team's men's shelter in Oakland and cleaned up the streets and park. If you are at all interested in joining City Team and doing community service with us, you can follow us on Instagram, which is at AHS City Team, and join our Remind by texting at City Team to 81010. We hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, City Team. That was really inspiring.
Next up, we have Harry Gleicher updating us on his product, Let's Grow Alameda. Take it away, Harry.
And after that, the Assembly Committee will be making care packages for homeless people, and we hope that if you get the chance, you can make some too.
Hi, I'm Harry. I'm a senior here. I first came up with the idea for Let's Grow Alameda about this time last year when we were all first sent home for online learning. After some research, both in Dr. Griffith's classroom and at the Public Health Institute over in Oakland, I learned that engagement with the environment and with nature could ameliorate a lot of the mental health concerns that the pandemic had brought up, especially for young people. So in an increasingly anthropocentric world where, with just in a few weeks, we were now confined to the limits of our homes and not allowed to go outside, a lot of elementary and middle school level students, and even us, were limited in the environment that we saw, where we didn't have access to gardens or nature areas or things of that sort. So the gardening program was kind of a perfect intersection between education, environmental activism, and mental health. And then with the help of the science department over at Lincoln, especially Miss Hardigan, who was actually my second grade teacher over at Edison, I think about 15 kids from Alameda High mainly, but also Emmett at St. Joe's made 6 videos spanning 6 weeks that took elementary and middle school level students on a journey from first planting seeds, then into germination with lessons along the way about plant respiration and plant reproduction. And that's basically it. But I do urge you all to still go outside because we are still limited to, largely to our own homes. I know that sounds like an old person thing to say. I mean, Jesus, I even think I said young people in this. But I think Nate Westland is probably the only person that knows this about me. I go on a walk with my mom pretty much every day. So little things like that, like just getting outside and moving your body, are really important for mental health. And on the gardening side of it, if you want to get into gardening, start small because it can take up a lot of your time, especially if you get into composting. Yes.
Hi everyone! So obviously you saw from that video that so many people, including the homeless community, are struggling during COVID to stay safe. So we as Assembly Committee decided to put together a little care package tutorial for how you can help those people to stay safe during COVID. Alright, so for the first part of our care package, we're gonna write a little note. Oh, very nice. Stay safe and healthy, I like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Very nice, Alita.
Thank you. Iced oatmeal cookie and chocolate brownie.
I used to eat Z-bars like every day.
Well, that one makes good noise. Very pretty. Next we have Kleenex. And of course we have socks. Go too fast. I know.
Socks.
Those are good quality socks.
I know, they actually really are.
Fabulous.
We also have hand sanitizer. This is really important during
I have to
COVID.
put like 2 in there.
Okay. We don't discriminate against hand sanitizer brands. And then we're just gonna have a mask, any mask that you're willing to give to someone in need. That is our care package, all complete.
Very nice.
Keep it in your car to pass out, or I don't know, go on an excursion with your family. Just be there to help.
Good job, guys. All right, now why don't we do a little race? Fastest, prettiest. You have to do a little bit of Tetris in there, and then the nicest note. Ready, set, go. You guys have to make 2.
2? Okay.
Okay, I finished my note. I have my other note. One bag. Bag.
Peter is silent.
Still writing. We got 2 socks.
The mask.
There's a mask. Okay, mask.
Is it pretty?
Okay.
That is the question.
Mask.
Yeah.
So far behind.
And sanitizer.
Fun.
I think Peter's note.
Kleenex. Socks.
No.
Water bottle.
I'm done.
Nice.
What?
And Cheetah
Wait.
won.
Yes.
I won!
Hang on.
Hey, you probably
Hey,
cheated
Alita's
again.
pretty. Guys, look at Alita.
Yeah, Alita's is really pretty.
Okay, Alita wins the category of, drumroll please, Beauty presentation. Very nice. Very nice. And then Ashita wins speed. And then
I win literary genius, of course.
okay, yes, Peter wins literary genius.
Okay, this one may be a masterpiece of literary genius, but I hope you all stay safe and keep hoping.
Wow, variety. They all win something.
We all win.
Hope you guys enjoyed us making our care package. As you can see, like, it's really fun. You can Zoom your friends, do it in a COVID safe way, and really help those around you.
All right, that concludes this segment. Bye.
Thank you everyone for watching this week's assembly.
We really hope we can all find ways to serve and support the community. Have a great day.